Optimus Prime and Jessica Rabbit had a baby, this website would be it. You're listening to The Fellas.
Man, January. What am I gonna do about January?
Holy shit,
and
man!
my whole fucking world is flips upside down, man.
I can't believe this.
What's going on anymore? Hey guys, it's the fellas. It's me and Ray having a slightly out of body experience. We've just seen what could possibly be the best comic book movie that's come out. Maybe the best one that's going to come out for the year. Unless is that the new Infinity War? Is that going to be this year or next year?
I think it's late this year. I'm not really sure.
The second Infinity War might get it, but I think easily they're going to have to work hard to beat this superhero movie we saw. We actually went out and we saw Glass, the M. Night Shyamalan Ding Dong movie.
Yeah.
And I got to tell you, man, oh, God, where do I even start with this? First of all, I don't like it when I watch a good M. Night Shyamalan movie.
Why? Why is that?
Because whenever I watch a good M. Night Shyamalan movie, I feel like I should apologize to him. Typically, you mention his name, and a little bit of vomit's gonna come up in my throat.
You know, it's because he has no middle balance. He's either really good or just really bad.
Exactly. His movies are either phenomenal or they're just dog shit. I mean, you talk about phenomenal. I thought Split was incredible. I thought Unbreakable was great. Don't even get me started on The Sixth Sense. Phenomenal. But then you get shit like, what was that shit with the mermaid?
Fuck.
The one with Paul Giamatti in it?
Yeah.
You know, you get shit like that. Then you get shit like the fucking, what was that one where they're out in the field and they think there's some monster out there? They're like in Pilgrim Times.
The Village.
The Village.
It was The Village and Lady in the Water.
Okay, those two movies were dog shit. I mean, fucking awful movies. Awful movies.
And then you got, like, The Last Airbender, and then you got,
also
like,
bad.
After Earth.
Yeah, shit like that. Either his movies are incredibly good, or they're just dog shit.
Remember The Happening?
Oh, God.
When people were just committing suicide?
Yeah, this is the worst part, too. You don't know if his movies are good or not until the credits roll. It's only at the end, because you're always waiting for his fucking twist, which, horribly enough, he has completely fallen into. He thinks all of his movies has to have one now, so that's all you're waiting for?
Yeah.
You can have a good movie, and then he'll put a twist on there. It's like, oh, so you just undid all that shit I saw. Great. It's a piece of shit.
He actually started a fad for a couple of years, when he started doing that. Like, other directors wanted to start doing with a twist.
Yeah, fucking everything up. But this is on the former side. This was actually a really, really good movie. For all those people who are living under a rock somewhere and haven't seen the first two movies, this is basically a culmination of Unbreakable and Split. Is it called Split?
Yes, it was Split.
Split. Unbreakable and Split. And basically the theme is these are people with superpowers. Bruce Willis is a guy, whenever he touches someone, he can see any evil that they've committed, and also he's invulnerable. He's got like super strength. He can't be killed. His only weakness is water. Freaking
and what I love about it, it's done in a way where it's like feels very realistic without having the over the top, strength powers or anything. It still feels in the realm of reality.
Right. And then freaking James McAvoy's character has 10 different personalities
actually
inside
a lot more
of him.
than that. Yeah, a lot more than that.
Each of his personalities actually alters his body to reflect what that personality believes. And one of the personalities is called the Beast, and he's basically just a monster. He's super, just stupidly strong. He can grip walls and shit, and he's super agile. He can run like a beast and like leap hundreds of feet in the air and shit. It's ridiculous.
I love the fact that there's only really one guy really working the entire time in this entire movie, and it's James McAvoy. He was acting.
Oh yeah, James
his
McAvoy
ass off. And then what do you get from Samuel L. Jackson? You just get blank stares, and you get Bruce Willis has got his emotionalness.
Well, Sam Jackson was never that great an actor. Let's call a spade a spade. The only real number one actor in this was James McAvoy, and Bruce Willis was a close second. And they did a pretty good job making Bruce Willis feel old as shit.
I know.
I could like hear his bones popping everywhere he walked.
He looked sad and depleted, but you know what really got me going in this entire movie?
What?
When I saw his son that was portrayed in freaking Unbreakable.
That's awesome because his son, was his son named Daryl?
No, Joseph.
His son, Joseph, yeah. His son is the same kid from Unbreakable.
Yeah.
But of course, Unbreakable was like, what, like fucking damn near 20 years ago?
No, it's like 16 years ago, 16, 17 years ago.
Yeah, so naturally, the kid's growing up now. And if you remember the end of the movie, yeah, he revealed to the kid, like, yeah, I've been doing this superhero stuff. And the kid was so stoked, it would make sense that the kid's with him now, helping him do the superhero stuff. He's kind of like he's this what Micro is to the Punisher.
Yeah.
That's what he is to Bruce Willis's character.
And apparently, hopefully, he'll get some decent gigs after this film because I haven't seen this guy do shit, but apparently he has been working.
Well,
he has
good.
been working.
That's good to know. That's good to know.
You know, nothing that I can actually remember. I mean, he was like in Ice Cream, you know, and really using superheroes, you know. The only thing I can see is Law and Order Special Victims Unit. Mm-hmm. He's probably just like a victim.
Yeah. Now, I will also say Anya Taylor-Joy, who is hot, by the way.
She is hot as
shit.
shit.
And I feel very conflicted. She's supposed to be in high school in this, but she dresses like a mom from the 90s.
Oh,
she
man.
does not look like a high school student.
Yeah, she was wearing like really like old style clothes.
Fucking pants hiked up to her goddamn belly button with loud ass colored jackets with fucking pads in the shoulders. Like a 90s mom. You know, like fucking Murphy Brown if she were a teenager.
Yeah, she normally has blonde hair, but the black hair she looks way better in black hair than blonde.
But the thing is, she did not look young. She looked like a fucking adult.
Yeah, she looked like hot as shit. Like, there's no way no dudes are like stalking her ass at school.
You know, and what bothers me is like, she's supposed to be in high school, so I'm supposed to feel uncomfortable with the idea of thinking she's hot. So it was weird. No, she was in Dark Crystal. Yeah. Age of Resistance.
How was she in Dark Crystal when she wasn't even born when the movie came out?
No, apparently they made another Dark Crystal.
Oh.
I guess a sequel or some shit.
I don't know.
What are you saying?
One thing was bothering me in the entire movie, and it was Dr. Ellie Staple. She's played by Sarah Paulson. And what was bothering me is, like, I don't know if they did this intentionally, but her face is not symmetrically lined up. I think her eyes were kind of crooked. And I don't know if they were expanding on that, making her look like she had a crooked face.
Well, what bothered me, and there's a reason for it. At the end of the movie, there's a reason for it. But what constantly bothered me, I was like, this woman is not a psychiatric doctor. It's like, she's too young. She makes herself up to look too pretty. She doesn't look like she's coming here to do a job. She doesn't look like she's coming here to get some... No, I'm going to have my hair teased and curled and wear these high heels, and I'm going to be unnecessarily perky and this and that. And I was like, what?
Yeah, I've got 3 days.
I spent my entire life studying people who believe that comics are real and they have superpowers. And you look at her, and you just looking at her, you're like fucking 35. What do you mean you spent your whole life? You wouldn't have gotten out of your master's program until at the earliest, like 28, 29.
Yeah.
You know, and then what? From 28, 29, you just automatically jumped up and you're a master in all things comic bookish. I mean, as far as mental ailments go.
How often do you see a woman walking like dressed up the way she was at a comic book store?
Designer coats and designer dresses and shit, working at the sanatorium. Like, yeah, that doesn't make any fucking sense. You know, you're gonna go there wearing some fucking scrubs like every other doctor at the loony bin. Her character just constantly pulled me out of it, you know, and the way they handled things kind of pulled me out of it too. But still, the point got across. They basically told people what they needed to see. Yeah, it was just fucking good. Everyone did their jobs. James McAvoy did the lion's share of the work.
More than lion's share.
Yeah,
Jesus,
and
man.
Bruce Willis kind of stumbled his old ass ass across the finish line too, but he did the second most work. Sam Jackson, I want to say Sam Jackson phoned it in, but I think that was the part he gave him, because his character, 90% of the movie, he's doped up.
Yeah.
He's not saying
You don't
nothing
even
really.
see him until like 35 minutes into the movie.
Yeah, and he plays his part as the evil genius really, really well. He pulled it off great, because I'm sitting there like, man, this guy's just sitting around like a punk bitch. I mean, in Unbreakable, you didn't see him do many things that were really genius.
But he was moving the story forward, yeah.
Yeah, in Unbreakable, you just came to the conclusion, the guy's fucking crazy. He's setting bombs and killing people because he wants to prove comics are real. He's fucking crazy. But in this, it's like you could tell every single thing he did, there was a plan behind it. So
Very
the whole
meticulous.
time, you're just waiting for the other shoe to drop the whole time.
Yeah, it's like, I wonder what this is. I wonder what this is. And that's the genius of M. Night Shyamalan. He's not showing you the other hand the entire time. But it's there. But you don't notice it. But it's there.
Yeah. What's really, really cool, and this is what made it so great. Spoilers, everybody.
Spoilers, guys. Spoilers. It's still worth watching even though knowing the spoilers.
Yeah, this psychiatrist, what she is trying so hard to do is, one, convince these guys that they're not really superheroes. None of that superhero stuff is real. And then on top of that, perform an operation to remove a certain portion of their frontal lobe, which she believes is giving them their powers. Her main goal is to convince these guys.
Yeah.
Convince them that they don't have superpowers. And then after convincing them of that, remove a portion of their frontal lobe, which, she claims this is what your quote unquote powers stem from. It's this frontal lobe thing. And she knows this because, she studied superheroes all of her life.
Yeah,
all
whatever
that,
this is.
all that dumb shit. So they put Bruce Willis's character, who has a weakness against water, they put him in a room with a whole bunch of sprinkler systems, which they can turn on, which is like his kryptonite, so he'll be weak. They can turn it on at a moment's notice. Freaking James McAvoy's character, he's in a room with some flashing lights, and every time the lights flash, another personality will come out. So if he tries to do anything, the lights will come up and that personality will kind of like, fucking go away, and it fucks up what he's trying to do and this and that, whatever. And then, of course, all they can do for Sam Jackson is just keep him doped up, because it's not like he can do anything physical.
Yeah.
I mean, I love the makeup they did on him. They show he has so many gashes all over his body from all the operations because his bones keep fucking breaking. And that heart-wrenching, I remember in Unbreakable when he fell down the stairs.
I was like,
he's kind of crying.
He never came back from that.
I just wanted to like run up to him and hold him. He sounds like a kid who hurt himself.
Yeah.
And he brings it back for this one.
Yeah,
I feel bad.
I think he never recovered from that fall.
But I think he's had more breaks since then. I think he's been getting himself broken up a lot of times in the institution. I think he's just had more and more breaks over and over and over. But yeah, he shows that he is a clear fucking mastermind. I love all the interactions that James McAvoy has with whoever.
It felt seamless. The thing is, I don't think I saw camera cut in half of these takes that they did.
No, there wasn't one.
He was like, snap. He would just change.
And that's him like working his body.
Yeah.
Trying to crane his neck so that you can see the veins in there and whatnot.
There was that one scene I say, look at that guy's fucking calves, dude.
Yeah.
What the fuck is he doing?
You think those are his real calves?
I don't know, man.
He could exercise for this part.
Those calves are fucking enormous, man.
Dude, those calves, he could do a side kick and fucking break your arm.
This shit did not look real, man. I mean, those shits were fucking big.
He could do a side kick that would snap you in half. Freaking my man from WCW used to do the Harlem sidekick.
Oh, Booker T.
Booker T. Those are some Booker T calves.
That shit's
Harlem sidekick. Bah! Break your goddamn ribs. Damn, that dude's calves.
He had a lot of work, dude. He had to freaking hit the gym. I'm not sure if there was a muscle suit involved. I don't know.
I don't think so. I think he just killed himself in the gym.
You know what the best part about this? What? All these special effects, they were traditional. They weren't like CG or anything. They were like...
No, because they weren't needed. And I will tell you something right now, Ray. This movie absolutely hit its stride. Its best stride when Mr. Glass actually had his little conversation with the Beast.
Yeah.
Because the Beast's whole thing is he takes people who look look unblemished, people who are beautiful.
Yeah.
And he believes you can only have advancement through pain because he suffered horrendously
Yeah.
at the hands of his mom. He was abused. And Split, the only girl who got away, he saw her scars, and she was like, yeah, my uncle
Abused me.
abused me badly. And he's like, oh, you have been scarred, thus you are pure.
Yeah.
You are clean. You felt pain and you've come through on the other side. That makes you a stronger person.
Yeah.
A whole person. So when he sees Mr. Glass and he sees all the cuts, he says, my name is Mr. Glass. I've got brittle bone syndrome. I've broken all of my bones over 97 times.
Yeah.
And you can kind of see the beast like jizz himself. He
like-
gets in close and he's like, you have felt pain. You are perfection. And he's like drooling. He's like, you are the one I've been looking for all my life.
Yeah.
You are the embodiment. You've gone through all that, and now look at you. You are perfection because of his brain.
Yeah.
That stuff forced his brain to become better. And now it's like the beast worships him, literally worships him.
Yeah.
And you can kind of see, like, he's basically becoming his henchman.
Yeah, it was like a
I'm
quick
the
henchman.
boss. I'm the boss. I'm the brains. You're the muscle. You're my henchman. You know what? That's all you want to be.
Yeah.
It's like you worship me. And what did he start doing? Each person he found,
Yeah.
he took the guard and wrapped his arms around him like a vice
And crushed
and then
him.
crushed him. And then once he was on the ground, he starts just smashing them. Why? He's breaking up my bones.
Yeah.
He's breaking up the guard's bones. And what was he say? He says,
You are now broken? No.
we are the children of the broken. You must all be broken to become clean. Because remember, he's Mr. Glass.
Glass.
He's the broken man.
Yeah.
We are children of the broken man. And I will make you all broken.
That
Like
was
him. He's
awesome.
basically like, this is my lapdog. I'm going to point to him and be like, break it. And the beast is going to go, and the beast is going to break it.
And it's awesome because the beast evolved. Like you weren't really noticing that his character was evolving, but
Yeah.
the beast
He
was
wasn't
coming
as
out more
animalistic.
and more and more.
Right,
And
right.
when he started to speak, I was like, "What the fuck? This
Yeah.
guy's a lot smarter than you gave
No,
him
he
credit
is.
for."
He is smarter. And by the time they get out, he's got the Mr. Glasses in the wheelchair, and the beast is just pushing him. It's like that's the henchman, and that's the boss. And I could see it coming together. Now it's like I would love for this to be continued. I
Yeah.
want to see an Injustice League and then a League of Heroes.
Yeah.
because I love the way it was going. But unfortunately, that was not to be. And
Yeah.
here's the main spoiler, though, because remember, you're always looking for the twist. And in a way, there were two twists.
Yeah.
Which made it awesome. The final fight scene between Bruce Willis's character and James McAvoy's character was great. That was some awesome superhero fight.
And the thing is,
it wasn't too over the top.
It wasn't over the top. It looked legitimate. It looked like two guys fighting on a CCTV camera.
Right, one of whom is old, so you're like, man, I hope Bruce Willis's fucking heart doesn't go out.
Yeah,
His
I know.
character, it genuinely seemed like the fight could go either way. Now the thing is, these two people were kind of constrained because they are still human, even though they're stupidly strong. When you see the Superman Returns fight, or shit, even the Justice League fight, I just punched this guy. Oh, he flew across the city. Now I jump across the city to get to him. I'm punching him some more. Oh, it's ripping the streets apart. Okay, now he punched me. Now I flew back across the city the other way I went, and you start to like stifle a yawn. It gets boring because you can't relate. It's too much.
And they did
you
a lot.
Can't relate.
And they did a lot of really, really cool effects where there's ladies in a van, they're fighting, and you just see the fists just light up on a wall,
denting the van.
And it's like, damn, that's awesome. That's pretty awesome. You don't see a lot of like extraordinary feats of force, but you see force.
Right. And then the cool thing is the cops show up to try to break them up, and now
one cop car came down the street. You're like,
I was like, what the fuck? And then he's trying to get the cops away to save them. So he's fighting the cops just to put them someplace and lock them up.
Yeah.
And save them from the beast. Because the beast is just going to kill everybody.
Yeah.
And then at the end of it, you find out. Here's twist number one. The woman who seemed nothing like a doctor at all is actually not a doctor.
Yeah.
She's actually from a super secret organization who monitors the whole world to keep superheroes out of it, because as it turns out, what's a twist? Every single thing that Sam Jackson, Mr. Glass, believed was true.
Yeah,
comic books were made to document real superheroes, but this organization decided long ago we can't have that.
It's kind of like they were mutants.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And these guys were kind of like the Sentinels.
Right, but her whole thing is, look, whenever you have one, another one is going to come about, because you have to have an opposite.
Yeah.
You have to. So the more show up, the more there's going to be. And she was like, yeah, look, when Bruce Willis was doing his thing on his own, I was willing to leave it be. But then this other dude showed up. She's like, oh, fuck, okay, it's happening.
Yeah.
It's spreading. So again, we have to nip it in the bud. And of course, as times change, we become a more civilized nation. We become more civilized people. So she's like, yeah, we're not just gonna put a bullet in people's heads. We're not animals. I have convinced them that we're gonna do it this other way.
Yeah.
We are going to, first of all, remove your powers from that frontal lobe thing. Then we're going to convince you that you never had powers in the first place.
That's pretty cool.
So that you can go on with your life. We're not gonna kill you. I'm willing to let you live. It's not your fault you were born like this.
That's true.
I'm willing to let you live. We're just going to take your powers away and make you think you never really had powers and let you go. That's all we want. We cannot have people know that this is a thing, or there'll be a panic or whatever. So the whole thing is, yes, her and this organization were working to do all this just to make sure people don't know what Mr. Glass
keep it all secret
already knows. So he's vindicated. So they show up, they kill the Beast, they kill Bruce Willis's character, and then Mr. Glass, I was in tears.
I was in tears because
I got stabbed by the Beast. He crushed his insides up.
No. He jabbed. The Beast jabbed him in the shoulder.
But then he also did...
He did a palm strike to his belly, yeah.
Yeah, so to rupture his shit.
Yeah.
And you see Mr. Glass is bleeding, blood's coming out of his mouth, and he falls out of his wheelchair, and oh God, you can hear the bones break.
And the thing is, we're in the Dolby Theater, and the breaks of his bones was shaking my fucking chair.
He falls to his knees, snap, 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 oh! And he falls forward onto his chest, snap, snap, snap. I can hear all of his ribs breaking because he fell forward onto his chest. From your knees, just falling forward. All your fucking ribs break.
His knees broke, his legs broke,
his shins,
his left arm, his clavicle, all that shit broke,
and all his ribs.
All his ribs already broken from the shot, and then that fall probably just did the rest.
Yeah, I mean that was just too many bones. It was like, yeah, he broke everything up.
The thing is, he's like all welted up on the floor, like, don't fucking touch the guy, man. They rolled his ass over. I think his mom rolled him over.
Yeah, that probably made it worse.
Yeah, and it was just
But
done.
that's where twist number 2 comes in. Well, actually, twist number 2 comes in after everyone's dead, and the woman goes back to report on with her super secret organization.
Which I would have to say, I didn't see that shit coming. I thought they were going to explode.
No, I saw it coming once the fight took place in front of the
Xavier Mansion.
Yeah, in front of Xavier's mansion.
Guys, that shit looked like the bus stop is right there, and you look at the damn insane asylum. It's like this fucking looks like the Xavier's mansion.
I was like, yeah, this is what he wanted. This is. I didn't know why, but I was like, no, this is what he wanted. But what you learn is when his mother is talking to him, she's like, yeah, this super special limited edition series that you were doing is finally over, and he smiles his mom, and he's like, no, you don't understand. This wasn't part of the limited edition series. This was just the origin story. The real one hasn't even started yet.
Oh, shit.
And he's smiling with broken teeth and blood coming up, and he says, I was not a mistake. Destiny chose me to be born the way I am.
That's pretty awesome.
And I'm going to prove it to everybody. All of this, just like with Unbreakable.
Yeah.
All it was ever about was just proving I'm not crazy and I'm not a mistake. That's all it was ever about proving.
Yeah.
And this is the same thing. And isn't that the very definition of a maniacal genius?
Yeah.
His intent isn't to be a bad guy. He's got some grandiose thing. At the end of the day, we'll all be better off.
Yeah.
Some people are gonna have to die, but at the end of the day, we'll all be better off. And that's his fucking thing. It's like, this is grandiose. And I was like, that's fucking awesome. And what happens is the woman's like, yeah, okay, let's scrub all the evidence, let's do all this and that. Because the woman put like 1 million cameras all over the place to monitor Mr. Glass.
Yeah.
Because she knew he was the most dangerous. Well, Mr. Glass had been getting out of his place. You put something in the root files of all the cameras.
Yeah.
So once they record everything, I was reading what was in the root files. I think he had it set every 10 seconds, he was sending it out. So if it's cut, if the cameras are cut at any moment, they've already sent out everything that came up before it was cut.
Yeah.
It was in the root file.
Yeah.
So every 10 seconds, it was uploading itself somewhere off site. So all that stuff that happened was sent to James McAvoy, the girl who got away, Anya Taylor-Joy's character. It was also sent to Spencer Clark's character.
Which is, Joseph Dunn, the son.
Right. And it was also sent to the woman who's the mother of Mr. Glass. In her fucking Apple Generation 1 computer.
Yeah.
It was,
I gotta
still
say,
works for some reason.
What you call it? Bruce Willis's son's character. I love that character because he was helping his dad.
He was living his dream.
He was living his dream. I was like, man,
my dad's a superhero, and I'm helping a superhero.
And the thing is, like, he's got the Bose headset, and he's transmissioning.
He's listening to police scanners. Like, Dad, they're coming around the block. Dad, we got cops coming up on 5th. You need to get out of there. You know, stuff like that.
That was cool as shit, man.
Yeah, that was really, really awesome. But now that this stuff is uploaded, it's sent all over the world. So basically, Sarah Paulson's character is fucked.
Yeah.
The way she made it seem was like her having them not just kill these guys right away, and instead try to lobotomize them and send them back out.
Yeah.
That was a risk, and she had to kind of sell it to the group. And she was like, look, you know, it didn't go off the way we wanted, but still, no harm done. No information got out and whatnot. And now that the information gets out, you see her like just walk down the hallway and then just start screaming in anguish because they're probably going to kill her. They're going to put a bullet to the back of her head. So the second twist is that, no, he got what he wanted all the time. Because they start going back and showing the clips. Mr. Glass was playing everybody from the fucking start.
It's freaking awesome, man.
Which is why, I don't know, between him and Bruce Willis, I don't know who my favorite character is. You know, also he dresses like if Siegfried and Roy had a child who decided to become a pimp. That's the way he dresses.
He was the Black Xavier, man.
Hell yeah, he was the Black Xavier. He had all planned out.
Movie's awesome, man.
Movie's great.
But now, what do you think he's going to do with it? I mean, I'm looking at M. Night Shyamalan's IMDb. He's got a TV series.
With this particular movie, hopefully he ain't going to do shit with it. Let it lie. You did good. You got 3 movies: Unbreakable, Split, and Glass. You did good. Let it lie, okay? Let it go to the Hall of Fame. Leave it alone, please. Please, M. Night Shyamalan, don't fuck with it no more. Just leave it alone. You did good. Leave it alone.
Yeah, he's got a couple of things there, but yeah, I mean, it was really, really, really well done. I mean, James McAvoy,
great
should get all the roles he wants to get, man.
Great superhero movie.
You know
well
what?
done, M. Night Shyamalan.
He made me really uncomfortable. You know, when James McAvoy's in the room, one of the nurses come in and she's like, I left the syringe on the floor.
He's got the shirt tied off and shit.
Yeah.
Like the farm girl or whatever. Farmer's daughter. I think that was funny. I wasn't uncomfortable.
It's like, oh, bend down, stand up. I wanted to get a good look at you.
Hey, you know what? James McAvoy is a hell of an actor.
Yeah.
He does what he has to do. And if that scene called for his head to be bobbing up and down between that dude's legs, then goddamn it, McAvoy would have did it because he's a fucking professional. That's what we need these days.
Yeah.
A fucking professional.
You know, he probably made Sam Jackson uncomfortable when he was rubbing up against him. Mr. Glass, and he was smelling. I was like, I thought I smelled his lips. Got right up on his ass.
I like the fact that the first time Mr. Glass saw him, he had the chick's personality, and she's like, you know, who are you, ma'am? My name is Mr. Glass. He says, oh, you're so polite, but you don't have to call me ma'am. You can call me Judith. You know, it's like he addressed him as his chosen gender.
Yeah.
So he's very PC. You see.
No. The thing is, he knew every single personality. He was very aware.
Oh yeah, he saw the notes. Yeah, he knew all about this guy. And he's like, you know, I'd like to see the Beast. Oh, I don't know if the Beast. He doesn't believe I have the faith. Mr. Glass is like, no, you do have the faith because it's all real. Let me speak to the Beast. The Beast comes out. It is you I've been meaning to serve. I must serve the broken man. It's like, oh, it's awesome. Mr. Glass. And then if he can just get himself a legion of henchmen.
Oh man, the movie would have been
And
epic.
who would keep those henchmen in line? The Beast, of course. The Beast is so blindly loyal. The Beast will just keep everybody in line. The Beast will be the first one to die before anyone's allowed to touch him.
Don't worry, guys. We actually left out a lot of twists that are key to the movie. So.
Yeah, we left a lot of shit out. Matter of fact, let's not spoil anymore. Let's go. Guys, you can tell if we actually like a movie when we really don't want to be spoiling shit.
Yeah.
So that's kind of a tell.
That's 3 for 3 in January.
What is going on?
The fuck is going on?
It's the end of the fucking world. That's what.
I mean, we're coming up to February, looking at that Happy Death Day.
Oh no, there is no way that's going to be good. In fact, I'm not even completely 100% on board that I'm going to watch that shit. We'll have to see how it goes.
You know, it comes out also that same weekend as Battle Angel, so.
I will watch Battle Angel just to see. I'm just intrigued because I fucking hated the anime.
Yeah.
I didn't get past the second episode. I was like, turn this shit off.
Dude.
And this is back in the day when I wanted to watch anything that was anime.
Dude,
I got through 2 episodes and was like, yeah, I'm done.
They delayed the whole movie by a whole entire year and a half. I mean, it shit was supposed to come out last year during Avengers. So.
Well, that would have been suicide.
Yeah.
But let's rate this.
All right.
For this took a lot of soul searching. I was teetering back and forth. Honestly, teetering back and forth between I want this inside of me and full price. I'm gonna be fair. I'm gonna give it a very, very, very high full price. I'm not gonna give this and I want it inside of me because the twist, while it was good, he pinned too much of this movie to be solely based on the twist. And that the super secret organization.
Yeah.
I like the fact that they're there, but
Where's
this
it gonna
is
go
a
from
real,
here?
this is a real half-ass way of dealing with this problem. Because you could have just put a bullet in the back of these guys' heads at any time, and it's like, oh, well, we're more progressive now. You're a super secret organization that's running the world behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Okay, fucking a Rothschild would have put a bullet in the back of all these guys' heads just to save a couple $1 million. Yeah, when the fate of the world is at stake, well, we don't really want to kill him. We'll topple governments and shit, but killing 3 guys, I don't know. It's like, okay, that's kind of bullshit.
Yeah.
But I like the fact that the organization is there. I like the fact that every single thing Mr. Glass believes was true. Because only an insane man would believe something like that. And isn't it a slap in the face? Like, no, that's all true.
Yeah.
That's like people telling me about the lizard people.
Oh, that reptile shit on the news?
Yeah,
oh.
Harry Reid's one, Al Gore's one.
Oh my god.
And then one day I find out, no, that's true. He's like, what the fuck? Yeah, that's kind of what this felt like. So that was good. It's just the way they went about it was stupid. And if I were any of these guys in a mental facility, and then she comes up, yes, I am your doctor. I've studied this for so. I look around like, is this a fucking joke? Is there a camera in here? Can someone get the real doctor? No one would look at this woman and think she's a doctor.
Yeah.
No one.
She's pretty hot, man, though.
One of the reasons you wouldn't think she was a doctor. So what do you give it?
I'm going to give this a high full price.
Okay, 2 high full prices.
I enjoyed this movie way more than I mean, the pacing was a little slow, but it's kind of normal.
First, yeah.
But once it got going, He did a great job. Let's see what else he pulls out of his ass.
Yeah,
for his next film.
We'll see. He's probably going to have a run of like 8 bad films now before he gets another good one.
I mean, some of the posters for this shit were actually not that good.
Yeah, posters were awful. It's because they were trying to make them look like comic book style posters, but the person who made the posters obviously has never seen a comic book.
Yeah, that looked atrocious.
Dude,
I would
have just done like, you see this one right here?
Yeah.
Where they're sitting down in a psychiatrist's place, but underneath them, you see their alter egos standing up with the actual actors.
That's awesome.
I would have done the same thing. They're sitting down here in the psychiatric office, and underneath here, I would have actually had comic book versions of them. One would have been a dot matrix style thing. He'd have the hood, but he'd be kind of, like Superman posy. Yeah. Another one, this guy being the dark evil one. This would be the 90s image. Yeah. Image 90. Yeah. Muscle on top of muscle on top of muscle. Yeah. Fangs and drool. Image comics. Yeah, yeah. How they were back in the day. Then, of course, this one would be more early 2000 DC style.
Yeah.
You can imagine like a Lex Luthor sort of pose.
Yeah.
Same clothing and all that.
Yeah.
But different art styles. And, the floor would still be a real picture.
Yeah.
The floor, it's only these guys that would be drawn. And like I said, Dot Matrix, Golden Age or Silver Age, the Dark Age. I think the 90s were called the Dark Age. And then this would be closer to modern age for the art style.
Yeah.
I would probably have even commissioned a couple artists to do it themselves. They probably would have been like, yeah, fuck, yeah. Shit. I would have bought a movie poster if they'd have done that.
Yeah.
You can sew those movie posters.
That movie poster in that theater was looked like so
garbage.
they did that shit like the night before it was supposed to come
garbage.
out.
It was garbage.
All right, guys. Don't forget to visit us on our website at g2ta.net and gottatalkabout.com. And don't forget to subscribe on our YouTube page. And also visit us on our Patreon page at patreon.com/g2ta.
You know how you can tell when financially someone's really made it in Hollywood?
Yeah.
When they can be, you see them on the big screen and they look like shit and they don't do anything to make themselves look better. No face work, no nose work, whatever. It's like they don't give a fuck. So you're just like, yeah, I know this dude's just getting pussy all the time. M. Night Shyamalan looks like shit.
He's got kids, though.
Yeah, but he's still probably just dicking down tons of girls on the casting couch.
Yeah, more likely.
Oh, I'm sure. By Shamadama Ding Dong. See, this guy's going to a premiere wearing pants that are held with a drawstring. You see that? Know what that's for? Easy access.
Oh.
Dude, slinging dick.